No way! No way! Are you kidding? Since I started this channel, I have got to do some pretty awesome things. I've been to amazing places, I've met incredible people, I've got to drive and purchase some pretty awesome rigs, but today is maybe the day I get to do the coolest thing ever since starting this channel. With some help from my friends over at Metalcloak, today I get to surprise my best friend in the whole world with a brand new game changer suspension. It's his birthday today. He has no idea what's going on. I've been working on this for months, and today is the day that we get to actually make the surprise. Let's go. So to better understand why this is a big deal, you should get to know Chris a bit better. Chris and I were roommates in college. I was the best man at his wedding, he was the best man at mine. We've been closer than brothers for more than 20 years. In fact, we created what we call the second fam, which is the family that we choose to be around in this life, which consists of a group of people who share our lives, vacations, parties, births, deaths, you name it, with each other. Chris is also the reason I have a Jeep. He's the first person to take me off-road, the first person to take me overlanding, and his encouragement and enthusiasm are a massive reason why I started a YouTube channel. He's the soul of our overlanding guys group, and frankly, I love the guy. You should also know that Chris's Jeep Ripley was purchased after he got into a freak and terrible accident in his first Jeep Wrangler that should have killed him and his 2 young daughters at the time. But that Jeep sacrificed its life to save theirs. So this Jeep, Ripley, was a rebirth of sorts for Chris. And even though it now has over 100,000 miles on it, many of them off-road, Chris is so emotionally connected to Ripley, and the cost of buying a new Jeep is so high, he's decided to keep it and give it a refresh to see how long he can drive it. And the suspension has probably been the trickiest part for him to figure out. Right now, his 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2s rub at full flex, but the cost of putting a brand new setup is too high, so he's been racking his brain for other ways to approach it. Lastly, you should know a bit of backstory on Chris and Metalcloak. A few years ago, Chris bought an adventure rack system for Ripley, and for whatever reason, Metalcloak forgot to send install instructions. This wasn't a big deal, but Chris reached out and asked if they'd send him a free hat to make up for it. And they said that they would send a hat, but to date, he's never received a hat. He loves Metalcloak, has no hard feelings, but it presented me with the perfect opportunity to spring the surprise. Yes! Okay, I just dropped the kids off at school, and I got the text that the packages from Metalcloak have been delivered. So I'm on my way to go get them right now. The problem is his birthday is still like 3 weeks away, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to hide these boxes from Chris between now and then, because we have like a bunch of stuff planned together. But let's go find out what we're talking about in terms of boxes. Okay, so I'm here at the UPS store picking up this stuff. I don't know why I'm whispering, but it seems like I should be whispering. For Chris's birthday, he has no idea it's coming, and it's the stuff that Metalcloak sent over, and it finally arrived, so I'm gonna pick it up and put it in the car. Oh my God, this stuff is so heavy.
Grab the door for you.
Oh no, I can get it. Actually, on second thought, that'd be great. So let's find out what's actually in these boxes. The Game Changer 4.5-inch lift starts with true dual-rate coils that keep pressure on your axle even at full droop, and feature Kevlar Duraflex bushings on the control arms that act as lateral flex and self-centering joints, and similarly crafted Duratrack bushings on the track bars. You get adjustable bump stops and all the other adjustment parts needed to make the ride as geometrically sound as possible. And of course, your components come coated in the gold zinc chromate that protects the metal even when scratched or painted. And maybe my favorite component of Metalcloak is that all of these parts are designed, manufactured, and shipped from the United States of America. Okay, so here's the plan. I've told Chris that Metalcloak is going to send him a hat for his birthday. So I've been kind of like, all right, dude, look, it's supposed to be a surprise, but I gotta do a video for it, so I just want you to know, like, it's not gonna be weird. I'm gonna go up at your house, I'm gonna have some cameras. I'm just gonna film this little video thing because Metalcloak decided to send you a hat since they hadn't sent you one before for your birthday. And so the fact that we're gonna show up over at his house with cameras should not be weird to him. It should not be a red flag. So I think what he thinks is we're gonna film a little reel or a YouTube short or something like that for this hat. And what's really happening is we're gonna go over early. We're gonna set the stuff up in his garage, and we're gonna try to like wow him with a new suspension. Elsha, what's the plan for tomorrow?
I think probably the best plan would be is I'll be like, hey, I don't want you like working all birthday, so let's go wine tasting. I'll let you know when we're out of the house, and then you can come over. Girls will be here to like let you in and whatnot, and you can set up and then just maybe shoot me a text like, hey, we're ready to go, and then that way we can wrap up and like head on home.
Perfect.
So we are headed to deliver the big surprise. I'm a little nervous.
I'm like super nervous. Like, I don't even know why I'm so nervous, but like I'm really nervous because I guess I think it's really cool, and I hope Chris thinks it's really cool too. So I don't know. I hope we get there and it's honestly a surprise for him, because we've been keeping the secret for months. So I don't really know what to expect, but I just hope he likes it. We've been waiting for like a long time for Chris and Elsha to arrive. So we got here and we thought they were gonna be here in like 5 minutes, but it's been like 45 minutes. So we're just like waiting in anticipation to surprise them.
And it's hot.
It's really hot. So we're like trying to get in the shade right now, try not to get sunburned before they get here. And hopefully they'll be here any minute. We'll see.
It's like waiting for a pot to boil.
Okay, we're about to spring the surprise. Chris and Elsha are just pulling up, so let's do it. Park, can you just like park right here?
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Look at you, you got a fancy shirt on and everything.
Yeah, I got my wine tasting shirt on.
Very nice. Well, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
So, okay, so come over here. So Chris, it's your birthday.
Uh-huh.
And as you know, Metalcloak is a new sponsor of Venture to Rome.
Yes, I do.
And there's a little bit of history between you and Metalcloak, because there was a hat that was supposed to be sent that was never arrived. And so I talked to the guys at Metalcloak, and they wanted to give you something for your birthday. In fact, they made you a little video. So let's see. All right.
Hey Chris, it's Mike with Metalcloak, and I heard you've got a birthday coming up, and you've been waiting for a Metalcloak hat.
Hey Chris, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Chris!
Happy birthday, Chris!
Happy birthday, Chris!
Happy birthday, Chris!
Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris!
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 And guess what? We're not going to give you a hat. Instead, we are going to send you a full suspension for your Jeep JK. Happy birthday, buddy. Enjoy.
What?
Birthday, buddy. Enjoy.
What?
Kidding! No, they're not!
So, Chris, I have to apologize that I didn't get you a hat, but I may have something that is a little bit better. Come here, I want to show you something. Come here.
What? Nuh-uh.
We've been working on this, Chris, for months. I just want to say officially from Metalcloak and myself, happy birthday, buddy.
No way! No way! Are you kidding?
So this is a 4.5-inch Metalcloak game changer suspension with all the fixings, the dual rate coil springs, the best in class control arms with proprietary bushings, rock sport shocks. Everything is right here for you. Happy birthday, man.
Holy smokes!
So come in, check it out.
Wow!
So you've got your drag link, you've got your rear track bars, your control arms, or one of these boxes. They were really excited when they heard about you wanting to refresh your JK, and they really love the story about how the JK came about, because it was kind of birthed out of something that was not great, and they love our adventures, and they really want to see Metalcloak stuff running on Ripley.
Man, I feel like I'm about ready to pass out. Wow. Well, this is so generous. So, like, to the guys at Metalcloak, I did not expect this. I thought at best like maybe a hat. You guys are awesome. I love the rack that I have on Ripley, and the suspension. It's been great, but it has like literally 80,000 miles on it. So I was figuring out ways to stretch it out a little bit longer, and this is a real blessing. So thank you guys. And I love that video, by the way. That was so, nobody's ever done anything like this for me, ever. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you. So I was trying to figure out ways to like just cobble together a way to keep my suspension going.
I know.
Until I could save up.
When they came on as a channel sponsor, they said, hey, what do you want to put on your rig? And so I gave them this big list of stuff, and I was like, I think these things would be great on the 392. And I said, but I have this other idea too. And so they looked at my stuff and looked at stuff I pitched for you, and they said, we're still deciding whether or not we're going to give you the stuff that you asked for, but we're absolutely doing the thing for Chris. Green was the first thing that was green lighted from them. It was the first thing that showed up in the mail. Like they were all in, and they were super excited about it.
Oh man. Yeah, my head is still swimming.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
just, I think it's just cool that like, they're like real people who think this is a really cool thing. And
Yeah.
I dig it.
Oh man. Yeah, and they make like their stuff, it's just top tier.
Yeah, it's the best.
And-
Okay, let's also there are a couple t-shirts here. Let's open this stuff up.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. Just the diameter on these guys. These are
Huge.
yeah, these are big shocks.
Congratulations again, man. I am so excited for you. Next, we get to install this stuff on Ripley, which is going to be a ton of fun. And then the most fun is taking it out and putting this new suspension through its paces. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, I can't wait. Like, it's just going to give Ripley a brand new lease on life. She's got 120,000 miles, but she's got at least 120,000 more. And
Yeah.
the guys at Metalcloak, thank you guys so much. And it's not just like about me, but this is our family rig too. I've been able to take my family on a lot of adventures in her, and hopefully many more to come.
Yeah, so thanks again, Metalcloak. You guys are awesome. I am so blown away by your willingness to jump into this project and do this with me and with Chris. So thanks again, and let's go have some fun.
And one more thing. Man, come here. It's a huge point of pride that, my daughters, they have been able to learn how to drive and are learning to drive on a Jeep Wrangler with 37s. And now it's going to be a Jeep Wrangler with 37s and a Metalcloak suspension. And it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait for...
Amazing.
Yeah, her name's May. So. No way!
You never want to answer like what lift I should get for my
Yeah.
JK if I wanted to put 37s on it.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I'm me trying to figure out what lifts.
Nuh-uh.
for you.
Oh, man. What? What? No way! Are you kidding?
So
I was just kidding! I was just kidding!
4.5 inch.
Wow!
You got your drag wing.
My head is still swimming. I had zero expectation.
I've just been lying to you the whole time.
Well, that I could forgive.